Welcome back to Aftermath Part 1, Episode 31. It's usually the other way around, but this time the title's... I'm not going to put the title backwards because I'd piss myself off more than anyone else, because I'm the one who has to look at it. So, where we last left off, I believe you guys had managed to make your way to Avriel and piss about for a while in typical D&D fashion.
Yes.
However, so far, nobody's died, nobody's been killed, and nobody's been fucked. So, generally, a good day for most adventurers.
That last one.
Debatable. So, does someone want to do a proper recap? Someone do a proper recap.
Not me.
Matt, Vaughn, do a proper recap.
It's always me.
Oh wait, I
So,
did
like-
it. I did like the first few recaps.
Because you're there at the
Okay,
top.
right, guys. The last time we booped over to Avriel like a couple times. It was like, why? It's Avriel. It's our whole city. It's got districts and shit. We're like, oh, you get to Cloud District very often. Then was like, that's a noble place. So we talked to some bartenders, and they were like, oh, we're nice bartenders, and you can go up there and do like noble stuff, or you can go down somewhere else and look at other machines and shit. So Pandal, Sauriv, and Coghammer were like, oh, let's go do machines and shit, because that sounds way more interesting than being a fucking noble, innit? So they went down, met like a spooky ghost barman. He was like, oh, I'm a spooky ghost barman, take my drugs, buy my drinks and shit. And then found some machines where Coghammer entirely failed to understand anything that was going on. And while they did that, Akane and Felix were like, we're going to go look at the Cloud District very often. What am I saying? Of course they don't. And then it was now. They didn't actually get to do that because Rick fell asleep.
I think that's pretty much it, yeah. I feel like I should also state that fucking Sauriv is not going to be here. So if you're only here for the Autistic Lizards, skip to the next episode. Don't do that. So.
Skip. I don't want to skip, you know. Skip.
I see how it is. Yeah, so. Akane and Felix, you two are heading up to the Cloud District, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
Okay. So as you approach the sort of the gates to the Cloud District, there's a number of guardsmen there with their sort of sigils on their chest. Again, these ones appearing to be a cloud. Funny that stand guard, and they sort of, you see them question someone who's like approaches and sort of turn them away. As there's like a couple people trying to get through, like one or two people are let through, a few people turned away. What do you
I
do?
just turned to look at Akane and go, so, do you have a plan for getting us in there?
So let's just try to see if we can get in at first, I guess.
It seems as though you need an invitation to get into the higher levels of the city.
I do have a envelope with the royal seal on it.
How'd you get that?
Like from this invite for that wedding thing.
Have you? I don't remember. I don't remember from last session if you actually got around to telling Felix about the envelope. Because he's just followed you guys
Yes.
out here. Yes?
She did
Okay.
explain. I believe everything
Alright,
was
cool.
explained to Felix.
I
He was like,
think,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. I was like,
Yeah, that's fair.
But how do you know that's like the real royal seal? They might think it's fake or forged or something.
Well, it's like here on the ground.
Yeah, she sort of points. You see that like a lot of the courtyards and that kind of thing around here do actually happen to have the seal. It is, however, not the royal seal. It's the city seal.
City seal. Fucking lies in front of me. Okay.
That doesn't solve my problem, but
We can try it anyway, I guess.
very well.
Yeah, I guess we walk up to the guards.
Yep.
One of the guards sort of looks at you and, right there, sir, ma'am, you got business?
Well, a while ago I've gotten like an invitation for a wedding. The letter is all fluxed up and was written in illusory script, but I do still have the envelope. I'm gonna show it.
He sort of looks at it with the face of, oh, there's another one spinning me a long tail. Very unimpressed looking face. Uh-huh. And, what's that supposed to prove?
Now that I got a letter, it sadly doesn't state my address and name and stuff.
And your business is...
We're here for a wedding?
Yeah,
Right.
trying to find out what it is because it was a weird letter.
Well, it's not in the Cloud District. It's not there, so piss off.
Okay.
Well, I can certainly tell that you don't live in the Cloud District either with the way you're acting.
No, you're right. I have to deal with the likes of you, what kind of... trying to come in here. You're not supposed to be.
By the way, is there like any sort? There are walls in between, right? I guess.
Yeah, they're pretty thick walls. Like, maybe
Anything
10,
on top
15.
of the walls, like anything that looks like a barrier of kinds.
There is... what do you call them? Like crenellations across the top of the walls, like castle walls.
Yeah.
And you see like guard posts, and there's guards on top of the wall every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh well, let's just there's something else, I guess, Felix, and just drag him away, like somewhere around the back of a building or something, somewhere hidden, basically.
Sure.
What are you doing?
Come.
You say
And I cast invisibility at 3rd level.
Okay, on both you, I assume.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I hold on before I do that. Can I actually fly with Felix? Could I like carry him if I really wanted to?
I would say it would be difficult, but you might be able to. It would also be half movement speed.
Yeah, just a
Potentially.
strength of 1.
Felix, how much do
Wait,
you weigh?
Well, I think I weigh 113 by myself. Another 79 for most of my gear, and nearly
Oh,
200.
Could
That-
put your gear in the
Yeah,
hole
yeah, but
temporarily.
isn't fly a concentration spell?
No,
No, I've got
Akane has
wings.
wings.
Oh, right. God, sorry.
Jerry, you know these things. It's 30 times your strength modifier, right? For the absolute maximum you can carry.
Maximum you can like pull.
You pull or
or,
lift,
like,
yeah.
So that's
Rick, what's your strength modifier?
30. Strength modifier is 12. No wait, it's like the mod strength. The modifier is 1.
No, your
Yes.
strength, not your modifier, your number. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Score.
that's 12.
I'd say it would require a check, and there's a chance you might be able to.
I only carry like 36 myself. So.
Your carrying capacity isn't enough to lift him in his gear.
Okay.
It's a possibility. You might be able to try. You might not be able. You can try. You might
No.
not be able to.
Yeah, I do that and then I try to lift off, like just
Okay.
hold still.
Go
I,
ahead
like,
and roll
try
me a. It would be acrobatics or athletics, the strength-based one. I don't remember them.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics. I can remember. 16. Yeah, you can move at about quarter speed. Just about get him
Okay.
up. It's very difficult.
I want to get over the wall away, fly over the wall, and put us down somewhere at the back of a building, like somewhere hidden again.
Okay. As you fly up towards the wall, as you begin to reach it,
Oh crap!
the invisibility vanishes.
Wait, really?
Yes. When you come within about 5 feet of the wall, the invisibility just fades away.
Oh crap! I drop down.
Okay, sure. You see a
And
number of
I-
guards like look in your direction. What the fuck?
I cast it again, and then I like drag him along somewhere away.
I just no,
I like, but
No.
I get out first.
Sure, yeah.
no. This is not gonna work. We
No,
both know.
I'm just casting it and like dragging you along some away, like so that they can't follow us if they seen us.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage. Just to see if you can get away.
Okay.
Should I roll it since I have the better modifier?
You should roll as well.
That's 14 is better than 4 though, at least I guess.
Yeah, that's
23.
23. Okay, okay. You not so much disappear into the night. In fact, it's actually not even close. You do manage to sort of duck away, and you think you might have gotten away from most of them. You don't think you've been followed.
Okay, after a while I just like dispel it if we're in the clear.
Sure. Like down a back alleyway somewhere, you just pop back into
Yeah.
existence.
Well, that didn't work. Seems like they got an anti-magic field or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just kind of shrug. I don't really know what the plan was, but
Like fly over invisible and then like, yeah, then we're there.
okay, there's still other problems, but at the end of the day, I guess that was fine. What is our goal here? What are we trying to do? Investigate the wedding?
Yeah, I mean, more so that letter I got because, like, the person who sent it claimed to be like, she was my sister, and she was a princess.
And she was from the Cloud District. Is that where it says it was?
I mean, but yeah, I imagined like the castle was the Cloud District or something, right?
This story, what?
Like, wait, so hold on, what does you have like 4 districts? Because there was like a castle, I guess, somewhere, right? Or like a royal thing, or
There's the palace, which
palace,
is...
yes, palace.
yeah, that is in the Cloud District.
Ah, yeah. Well, I wanted to try and head to the palace to like get some.
Perhaps we should look into how one gets into the palace before we try something like that again. Like how one gets permission to go into the area. Because at this rate, we're just going to get ourselves thrown in jail.
Yeah, maybe.
No, maybe. We are. Trust me, I have experience watching this for secondhand.
Okay, we could try to do that.
Yeah. I have an idea. Is there a nearby bar or something I could go meet up with?
You're not too far away from the one you went to before, the Weary Tanker.
Alright.
Can I use my Loyalty 9 Connection 9 contact?
I'd like to call it Lothware, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you gonna try and head there, Mac?
Mm-hmm.
Felix, even? Okay, yeah. You head on over. It's sort of the same place it was before, so it's kind of down this back alley, and it's really kind of hidden in. But you get there, and it's actually relatively busy.
Alright. I'm gonna just step inside and just kind of continue to, kind of gain a feel for the area. Before last, I'll kind of just lean over to the bartender and go, "Hey, barkeep."
You did get his name last time you were in here.
I didn't write it down. What was his name?
Zemund Rakal.
Did that might explain why we didn't remember it.
Zehmud. Zemud. His first name. He's a blue tiefling. Ex-adventurer. From what you can tell.
Yeah, my
from what you
keyboard's
said.
dead, so I'm gonna have to restore my computer here in just a moment. I'll just lean forward and ask him, hey, would you happen to know how one gets into the Cloud District?
He kind of leans over to you and... The Cloud District? Oh, that's,
Yeah.
how do I say? That's quite the question. Why on earth would you want to get into the Cloud District?
I kind of just point to Akane, kind of just like gesture towards Akane, and then just kind of mutter, wanted to surprise her.
Oh, I see. He sort of leans in a bit. Well, there are a few people who might have hidden methods. I still have a few old contacts. Perhaps if you were to leave them an offering, I might be able to find you tomorrow or so.
These contacts won't get us into any trouble, will it?
Probably not.
Probably or not, I say. Kind of just like looking
Yes,
at him.
Those are the words I used, yes. Probably not. It has
Alright.
happened, mostly because people do something stupid, but no guarantees. Of course, this is a risky line of business, but most of the time you'll be fine.
At the mention of people doing something stupid, Felix just bites his lip and is like, oh god. Okay. But yeah. I reach into my pocket and I pull out a platinum piece, which I just kind of slide over to him. Is that enough to get a foot in the door?
I can probably set you up a meeting, but you might want to bring a few more coins if you're going somewhere.
Of course. But at the very least, show that I'm not here just for talk.
That should do. I'm sure you know how these things work. And he'll slide the coin over and pocket
I
it.
nod my head. Yeah. I'm from Korea myself. Things work a bit differently over there.
Just about everything works differently in Korea, from what I've heard. Even the buildings. It's a strange place. But
Yeah.
never actually been there myself.
Interesting place. If it ever comes around this part of the country anytime you're able to. At the very least, take a look around it. You don't necessarily have to ride it or anything, but it's just an interesting place to observe, if nothing else.
Yes, I've seen it come through town once before. It's quite impressive when it pulls into dock for, this sort of month or so that it'll be here, but, it's, usually a busy time, you know how it is. Sort of slaps the bar. Lots of, thirsty people.
Indeed. Well, I wish you luck with this, and I'm gonna just kind of get up with a drink and walk back over to Akane, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna restart my computer right now.
Sure. So,
Where did I put my notes for this? Oh yeah, that's what we're...
should we pause, or should we just, switch over to the other guys? What should we do while Max rebooting?
I can like switch over to the other guys, I guess.
Okay.
Depends on
Coghammer,
how long it's gonna take.
Coghammer, Pandal, and, Autistic Lizard that's, mentally retarded for the day. What are you guys doing? You what?
Said just for the day.
Well, you know. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm just kind of following Coghammer around if he's still looking at machines.
Okay.
Probably.
Cool. So you're just sort of looking at these like huge, like cows, and you just see some that are stylized after like sheep or goats, but they do appear to be sort of herbivorous animals that are mostly just grazing on the crops that are completely grown and leaving the others. Go ahead and roll for, your machine knowledge, whatever it was called. One that you get expertise in. It's like investigation, right? 17.
Oh,
Hey, that's
21.
21. That's a better roll, Jerry. That's the kind of shit I like to see. You, after sort of a little while of study, you get the idea that these are harvesting the crops, and they are merely stylized after animals as a sort of, because they can, to make them look a bit more friendly than large machines that harvest things. But they do appear to just be sort of wandering around harvesting crops. You see some of them heading over to, you catch one, man, like stops eating just halfway down a row of crops and walks over to a trough and starts just regurgitating, like in that case, let's say grapes, from one of the vineyards, and just sort of effectively vomits up a load of grapes into this barrel, and then returns to harvesting. They just appear to be strangely effective harvesting machines.
Yeah, after that, probably just gonna go somewhere else, I guess.
Okay. Whereabouts you guys gonna go?
We were like down in the Earth District, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is where all this nonsense is happening.
Hmm?
I don't know, I'm not.
Guys
I'm
gonna-
not here for the machine. I'm here because Coghammer's here.
Yeah. Like, I've done pretty much all the machine stuff I can.
Yeah, you get a sort of a rough understanding of how they might work. You couldn't build one, but you've like an idea of how, you know, some of this might work with a bit of you've seen them working for a while. You could head down into the Sea District from here. You could head back up into the Fire District. You could try and infiltrate the Cloud District, if that's what you want to do.
If you guys don't mind, I kind of want to like head to a tavern or something, and just do some stuff.
Sure. What sort of stuff do you plan on doing? Exactly.
Well, it was, you know, the book thing,
I mean, yes. I
the
think
one
so.
in the dungeon we found.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of want to have a closer look at it. Just
Right.
to see if
Okay.
I-
That's probably
well,
not a bad
just
idea.
Try to understand it a bit better. See if there's anything I've missed.
Let's see.
Sure. I feel like a tavern, just like in it, is not the best place to do that.
Well,
but-
no, I mean like a
That's all
room.
Oh yeah.
Just
For Zana the Learned One, who wrote that book, The Guide to the Rites of Power. Okay. So are you gonna go look for a room in a tavern, or?
yeah.
Did
I-
we not already buy rooms in the?
Yeah, I
rock
don't know.
place?
Did we?
You didn't buy rooms, but you did get told where it was. What was it? It was the
Yeah, the room place was like a separate
the
place.
soft sheet, but you didn't buy rooms.
I was
Was
just.
that in a different district, I assume?
That was in the Fire District.
Fire? Yeah, the one where we arrived in. I guess we'll just head over to that one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you follow the instructions you were given, and you guys head on into there. You find the sign over top of the hotel, it actually says, is the soft sheet. And you head in, it says there's just like a bar area downstairs that you can like go into, and then there's sort of a reception desk that you past the bar. And you can go up to the like hotel if you go up to the reception desk and then go get a room. And you go in there, you sort of talk to the woman behind the desk, who's a sort of a purple tiefling. And she says that the rooms are basically 5 silver a night, if you want to buy a room.
You know, how big is the room?
It's got 2 beds.
Well, I'll just those 5 silver.
Cool.
I'll just turn to Pandal. Do you want to be in Pandal and Sauriv? Do you want to be in the same room for now, or do you want to like do something else?
Sure. I might as well come breathe over your shoulder and not understand a word of whatever the fuck's in that. So.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are gonna just head off into the room and go look through the Guide to the Rites of Power, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. We'll get back to you then. As we're gonna cut back to the others now that Mac's back. Hey Mac. So, where were you guys? Yes, you take your drink over to Akane.
Sit down. Alright, so, long story short, shady people no ways in. I give a coin. Coin talk. We now have potential meeting with shady people that could get us in. Probably will cost more coin, but hey, it's a start.
You know, it sounds like you're explaining something to Sauriv.
Where is Sauriv?
He's with the others.
Nice, I just kind of like pause. No, I know where he is, like as a character.
Oh.
In character, I'm more so saying that for comedic effect. just kind of like tilt my head very exaggerated to the side. I say that, and I say, "Oh yeah, they're not here." I do wonder when they're gonna get back. And I say, just kind of like looking. That time, I do actually look around somewhat seriously. And I hope they haven't found themselves knee deep in some sort of mechanical horror yet again.
Or drugs, I guess.
It's Pandal. Drugs are already involved.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so potentially go in there, get the information and things we need to be able to get inside the city, and as long as we don't do something stupid, we should be fine to move around inside the city, inside the Cloud District, and
That
you can
shouldn't be
look
too
up.
difficult, right?
There's just a look of, you're kidding, right?
Well, you know me, right? I would never do something stupid.
I was more so
Really?
thinking about the rest of our group.
Oh yeah, they might.
And also, I once heard Matthias muttering something about you running off in his sleep once. What was that?
No,
Something about, oh god, no, please no. Akane, why'd you run off?
Wait, did he really? Or she's just... I just...
Make an insight.
Just looks at the table.
Roll an insight check.
Where did my character sheet go? There it is.
Felix, persuasion or deception. Or just roll a d20 and add your modifier if you don't want to tell Rick. That works. You could GM roll it. It's a 21. He appears to be truthful.
Okay. So it's only one of either persuasion or deception. Fair enough. She kind of looks down at the table, embarrassed, like ears like down to the side or something. Nah, not down to the side. They aren't dog ears. Like a bit flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it was like this like giant train we went in. It was abandoned, destroyed, and I walked ahead of the party by accident, and I came across a giant construct thing that nearly killed me in 1 or 2 hits.
Well, that explains the nightmares. Just don't do it again?
I mean, I won't.
I think Sauriv is more than happy to take those 2 hits and probably just laugh at him.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too happy, yeah. But I'm not gonna do that again, of course.
I imagine Sauriv would be ecstatic about it, though. I
Yeah,
just
it might
looking
be.
forward. Do you think he's a misogynist?
You know, he could be. I don't know.
That makes
Probably
me
if it
afraid to
doesn't
see
know
what
what
the
that
women
word
of
is.
his tribe are like.
You know, you're giving me very weird imagination right now. Very
Well,
weird.
Pandal is in here, so I need to fill the void of comedic relief.
I mean, you're doing fine, I guess, yeah?
Meh. But either way, plans all set. I guess right now we just need to wait for the rest of the group to show up and explain to them what's going to happen.
Yeah, where
I mean-
are we gonna meet up even? I forgot.
You did agree to meet at the
Tavern we're currently sitting in.
was it the
thought it was
tavern? I thought it was the
Or the
hotel,
inn.
I believe.
Yeah.
Hotel, not an inn.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was. I thought it was either
I
of
believe
those.
it was the hotel, the
Might
soft
have been
sheet.
the hotel, yeah. Should we go to the hotel? I'm not sure how long they'll take to get there. How late is it right now, actually?
Not very. It's, it would be
Yeah.
sort of about like 1 or 2 o'clock, I think. Still at this
Like
time
maybe
for
we
you guys?
can, yeah. Maybe we can like already rent a room and then, I don't know.
I mean, doors can lock, can't they?
She becomes kinda like red when he says that.
Felix laughs very nervously. I was just joking. But yeah, that's probably not the worst idea. Go get all that settled out so that way then they inevitably crawl out from whatever hole they fell into. That we can just point them in the direction of the bathing room and not have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go get a room. And then we'll hopefully find them? Question mark.
Okay.
You know.
So you
Hopefully find them, question mark, or hopefully question mark find them.
Yes.
So you guys head over
Okay.
to the soft sheet, following the directions that Zimud gave you last time. Again, you meet the same sort of purple tiefling woman, who will say that rooms, if you want them, 5 silver a night. Comes with breakfast included for 2.
Nice. I'll put down the 5 silver.
Sure. She'll hand you a key and it has a number on it. It's like number 5. It'll be 1-5 actually.
And correct me if I'm wrong. The flux doesn't mess with that because it like doesn't touch other paper.
Essentially just because it's not covered.
If you throw it
But
upside
what would
down
happen if I were
on
to
the
put
bed,
down?
it could like.
Yeah. What happens if I were to
catch
put down the key with that part face down?
It has little like not spikes, knobbles around it, so that it's very difficult to
Oh.
scrub it out.
Okay.
You can do, you absolutely can do. They do, these places like this do actually tend to charge for that kind of thing. If you scrub out the number on that key, they're going to be pissed off at you. And you'll have to pay to get it re-engraved.
Damn it! You got my key all fluxed.
I mean, let's not. I'm just curious about that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Just go and enjoy the room, I guess.
Okay, so you guys can
Kind
head
of
up-
weird because our stuff is just like, okay, we can't get to the Cloud District. Well, we can get in this way, but that takes time. Well, wait for the others? Sorry, we're not more interesting at the moment, I guess.
Ugh, how unacceptable.
It's gonna be a while till we get there.
Yeah. So, you guys gonna sort of head up your room. It'll be 2 or 3 hours, actually, before the others show up.
I actually when they head up, like she's like, you know, good try at the best. Like sort of
Oh,
winking at him.
And
Yes, yeah,
assumptions can be made.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Stop yourself, Rick.
Yes.
Yes, stop. And so,
Yes. Sorry.
you guys,
Spell.
No.
so, the rest of you guys, about sort of 2 or 3 hours, or the other 2, I guess. 2 or 3 hours will pass. Eventually, you come in, buy room. No indication that the others are there yet. You don't see them in the bar as you walk past. You head up to read through your book. Jerry, what exactly are you trying to do?
Well, for one, making sure there's no like small print that's like, if you do this while facing south, you lose your hand. Just
Go ahead and roll an
Making sure I-
investigation.
yeah, like making sure that I know what I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
when I want to do it, that I know how to do it properly.
Okay.
Well then,
You go through it. It's a big book. You don't see any small print. You read through it. You're pretty certain there's no small print in it. There's some fine print, but that's different to small print. And you read it, and it's like, don't do this while facing north, or you might grow an extra pair of hands. You're like, okay, don't face north. But that's like, it's one of the minor ones that's like, take your soul and put it in my soul. I forgot what the word was, but it was that one. There was one of those.
Is it
Was it took the life essence of the remaining lifespan of someone else and added it to your own.
yes.
I don't have the names for all of the rights on me, but it was. that
Find
one.
me a young elephant boy.
Essentially, yeah, that is a thing.
Yeah.
But it's
The,
That phrase takes on a whole
the
different
eternal
meaning.
right or whatever.
the eternal.
Or-
Yeah, that's the one. And that one has some like strange print, but different like facing different directions while you do it. But other than that, none of them appear to have any. What's the word? Any like particular warnings or notes. You can check after the spell. No warnings after the spell. None at all. Nobody? Okay, well, I'll show myself out.
Don't hit the door so hard. We need that intact.
That's a first for
Got
this
a bunch
group.
of hole in it.
Okay, so you just going through it. Is there anything else you really want to do, or?
I'm just gonna turn to Pandal and Sauriv. Are we gonna try this at one point?
I mean, I assume so, because why have it if you're not going to try it?
Well, nobody else can read this, right? From
It's in ancient, I believe.
yes, yeah.
Yes, then no.
Like I was
I
just the only one.
I
So
have no idea what it says, so...
Well, no one
I
else
don't
could
really
cast
want
rituals.
to use like any of you as a guinea pig, so I probably should do it on myself first.
It was like a group thing, right? I thought, Yargon.
Because if I like misread something, it's better that it's like,
Yes,
I don't know, my own fault.
it can be done in a group. It will share it evenly between the group, or it can be done in with one person, and it'll share it evenly between one person.
Alright.
I mean, if you want, but like the green one, it's like good. That was great.
Wait, what?
I mean,
Yes.
that was sort of like that was one that Matthias found that was just like just the green one, and it was like, oh, this is great, and then it like, I mean, it helped Sauriv. It didn't really do much for other people, I don't think. Matthias's eyes were like glow sticks for a bit. That's why his eyes were like that.
Whoa, what? You've seen this before?
I haven't seen that before, but like it, you said it involved like the crystals, and we've seen some of those just around.
Yeah, it's like, like ritual thingy with the crystals.
Yeah, I don't know, nerd shit. I just like sat there and then was there. I don't know.
Maybe I can. Let's see. I'm gonna try and like explain what what the person is supposed to do, and see if that like is similar to what Matthias did or something.
Okay. Which ritual are you, or which rite are you describing?
Well, you mentioned the green one, so
Yes, I believe it's the
it's
rite
the
of green.
base
The rite of
one.
green power.
Yeah, right of green power. Yes.
Yes. Okay. The description is extremely intricate. You weren't really paying much attention, Pandal, but it sounds about right.
I mean, that sounds about right.
Do you remember what it did?
I mean, you know, Sauriv can like teleport to things, and Matthias's
Whoa.
eyes started glowing, and it's really about it, as far as I know.
I mean, teleportation sounds like fun.
It does, but I missed out, so
Glowy eyes seem to be. I don't know. Maybe.
Pandal.
Who knows? Can be cool.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. They fit his like fake wizard aesthetic, so it was pretty good.
Oh, he was one of those people.
Oh yeah, Vicious Mockery is a bonus action.
I don't know that, so shush.
Should we do it in here?
I mean, it seems like, you know, we did it in like someone's house last time. I don't remember it making like any scary noises or anything. So I don't think we have enough for more than one person.
I don't know how many we have.
I'm checking my bag of holding on. I mean, I have 137 crystals exactly. I counted them.
Was there like a number that you needed for the rights, or Yargon?
I muted, my
He
bad.
saw himself out. I was about to say he saw himself out. Why are you asking for him?
Yeah.
The
This is our
witches
show
now.
now.
Yeah, no, this is yours, bye.
We don't need the DM. We all get into the tower.
It is pretty random. It usually needs about 100 per person. It can use less. Last time it used 90 per person. It can use more. Can require like 120 per person. It depends.
Well, I guess we. Maybe we should ask the other ones as well.
I mean, probably, and we've also got like a shit ton of these red ones. So, like, what do they do?
Right of red power.
They seem to be augmentations of the green ones. I think I they might replace some effects of the green ones. And from what I remember, the side effects can be much worse.
It didn't replace the effects from the green ones, right? Or do you mean in a different way?
What does it say in your notes there?
In my notes, replaces green question mark. Side effects are worse.
Yes. It can replace green, doesn't always have to. Side effects going to be more noticeable. It'll say more noticeable, not worse, but yes.
So like third arm.
Not how I was going to put it, but sure.
Fingers crossed. Okay, that's good.
Do none of you people...
Pandal might actually grow to be more than 3 feet tall.
I'm 3'4". Fuck off.
Hey, it's worked already.
Yeah. Previous drugs.
Do none of you people use your fucking inventory things? Sorry, I'm looking through people's inventories, and I see that nobody has the stuff in their bags of holding in their inventories, which is great.
I don't. I put bags of holding stuff in the fucking treasure bit because that's easier.
Everything
put weight.
I have in my
okay.
bag of holding is in
My
my
thing.
inventory without the weight.
Yeah.
I have
yeah,
a
so
bag
that's-
of holding category, and that's where all my bag of holding stuff goes.
Oh, I see.
Yargon. It doesn't have weights, and I know what's easily accessible. I have to use an action to take out of the bag of holding. It's a system.
I see. You've actually got this shit planned out. Nice.
Yeah, I think about things
Wow.
occasionally.
Stop having your life together. It's distressing me.
By the way, I actually also
Have a
had couple of
D&D
red
character together,
crystals
that's different.
in my thing
Fair.
at like 10 or so.
Hmm?
It was 10. At like a couple of red crystals, like 10 of them or something.
I don't remember how many you had. You had a few.
Thank you. I know you siphoned some, but I don't know how many.
Yeah,
you
I
got.
smashed one.
It was like 10, something like.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. Ignore me.
To have a shitty chair.
Should we? I guess we should head downstairs and get a drink and wait for them.
Yeah, you did siphon.
Yeah, probably.
Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum,
I
heading
guess
downstairs.
short squad plus Sauriv will settle down.
Okay, so short squad, short and a bit squad, head downstairs. You guys gonna go looking for a drink. You'll be able to get what do you call it? Alebrand here. You can also get grasslands, and you can actually somehow manage to get Lucky Brew from this place. Except it is a bit more expensive than the bar you were at the other day. By the other day, I mean
I want
earlier.
more of the grass shit. How much does that
The
cost me?
grasslands, it's gonna cost you 2 silver here.
I'm gonna take whatever's like middle of the road, cost-wise.
Alebrand is 5 silver, and a Lucky Brew will be 10 gold. So,
I'll take a nail brand.
sure. Okay. So you guys can take some drinks.
Yep.
And you're just waiting for the others down there?
Yep.
Okay. Akane, Felix, what are you guys gonna do other
Guess we're
than
gonna go down.
each other?
Some point.
Yeah, at what point will you go downstairs to go wait for the others? Look for the others, or for a couple of hours or whatever, and...
Couple of hours sounds fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd say you guys have been, you've been downstairs for actually not too long. Let's say like 15 minutes by the time the others come down, just as it happens. You come downstairs, you see Sauriv and Sword Squad drinking.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey,
Oh, what? You guys were already here?
Yeah? Been here for a
yeah,
while.
we got a room.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well,
How was the Cloud District? You have a great time? You go like get wedded or whatever?
No, we couldn't even get in. They have
I
tight
mean-
security on the place.
Didn't get with it, I guess. Really.
I mean, how tight is tight? Are we talking like tight? Or are we talking like tight?
Talking Mr. Platinum was needed in order to get an audience for people that might know how to get us in.
Hello, I'm Mr. Platon.
It's not like pretty tight, but like not that bad. Okay. And so I do you have any date on the wedding or whatever? Or are you just gonna?
No. the 5th of 24th of February next year. If that's even a date, don't really think it is.
Last time I checked, that's not how they format those. So
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You see, I'm just following her instructions here for the most part. She wants to get into Cloud City. Okay, I'll try and help her get into Cloud City. I don't even know the full complexities, intrigue, socio-ecological status that has this here in the first place.
Economical, not ecological.
Close enough.
okay, from what I've gathered from the about exactly the same amount of time you've been here, the cloud bits where the nice people, the rich pricks live, and the sea districts where like the actual normal people live, and in between is like shades of grey.
That
That's,
seems very fair to say, yeah.
I guess.
Who's the barkeep here? Is it the? I assume it's not the front desk tiefling. It's like a different person, right?
No. The bartender, there'll be 2 of them. Be half-elf women, pair of them. They look pretty young, like, as in still considered teenagers, effectively.
Cheap labor, like it.
Child labor.
And who else is in this bar currently? Are there any posh-looking people?
There's a few people. Don't look too posh. But they don't exactly look like coin is particularly their biggest issue in the world all the time.
Okay, I want to find the most middle-class looking motherfucker possible who's having a conversation with another middle-class motherfucker. I'm going to use my body senses to listen in.
Your drug senses, you mean?
Okay.
Do I get
Sure.
anything like interesting?
You see a pair of middle-class looking, like relatively middle-class looking, like the upper echelons of that, but middle-class looking, like men wearing sort of very Ovlokian garb, sort of like long robes, lots of sort of white and bright colours, the kind of stuff you see in the desert a lot down near Ovlok. Just generally sort of chatting, and there's a third one, a woman there with them, who appears to be of significant wealth, just by the sort of over-the-top jewellery. Who is dressed in pretty standard clothing for actually further north, sort of much closer to Vernus. It would, if he was here, look more familiar to Sauriv, as if it's someone from, I believe it's the River District. I would have to check. Yes, it is the River District. I am right. I remember my cities. That's good. As if it's maybe someone who lives in the River District, works there. And they're just sort of generally chatting. Friendly chat about business, about things. It appears almost as if there's some kind of like code going on. Like they're saying something. They're talking openly about it, but whatever it is, they're not actually actively saying it. They're sort of very skirting around some issue or other. You can't quite place your finger on what it is.
Okay, is this like ciphered talk, like as in like Cockney rhyming style sort of thing, or is this like a hey, I slept with your wife, but I don't want to talk about it, sort of skirting around an issue?
Somewhere in between. It looks like it's something. It's not something that's like one party has done and the other is, and doesn't want to say it to the other. You don't get that vibe.
It's not like they're not talking about it, as in like they're trying to move around. It's like saying something about it.
They're definitely saying something about it, but it's not. They're not actually ever saying what it is or saying particularly too much or detail or you get the impression there was some kind of a transaction, but that's all you can get.
Right. Do I get the lady's name at all? Is her name
No.
spouted
names
at
are
any
used.
point? Fucking cagey pricks. I mean, I'm none the wiser. I have no idea. Weddings.
This sounds boring.
I mean, it does, but if it's like Akane's sister, not sister, then that's at least something to go off.
I guess.
This entire situation is weird.
You know, I do wonder where my sister would be.
I mean,
So you don't have a sister that you know
Well,
of.
I do have a sister. I
Oh.
lost track of her a while back. I think she would be like 17 now.
I guess that would be marrying age for around here. I say looking around. But
I mean,
princess part?
I don't think she would be the one. She's like, it's not even her name. That's on there. And as far
I mean,
as
is
I
she
know, she
going-
was the princess.
is she going under an assumed name? You think, or
We didn't get to know like what race, something, princess, Inerel, that was the name. It would be.
Is it on the letter?
No.
Then no.
it's
Okay.
I mean,
You can
how
make
how
assumptions.
knowledge can that not be? Should we just like call someone over and be like, "So who is Princess Cinera? We've heard blah 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 blah." Like,
Oh, you can do that.
sure, why not? I'll call over one of the the half elves, I guess.
Okay.
One of them, when they're like not busy serving other people. I don't want to be impolite.
Sure. She sort of comes over to you. Oh, hello there. What can I get for you?
Ah, I've already got a drink, thank you. Actually, more had a. See, we're not question about the area. We're not from around here. Came over recently, so I was. Do you know who Princess Inerel is? Like, obviously we know who she is, but we don't know who she is. If that makes sense.
Princess Ineril Zobella? Yeah. She's, daughter of the king. Up in,
I mean, I knew
Card
that
District.
from the princess. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean? She's the princess. There's not too much to it, really. Royal
I
family.
mean, do you know
royal
anyone
place.
who? I mean, yeah, but like, do you know anyone who knows her? Like, what's her?
No,
What's her relation status? That's quite obvious. She's engaged.
I know. It's so wonderful, isn't it?
I don't really know if it's wonderful because I said I'm kind of new here. So if you could fill us in on that,
Well,
really
I mean,
great.
it's-
Because I don't want to seem like I don't fit in,
Wait.
but I feel like I really don't.
Oh, I get you. I mean, it's a royal wedding, so I would assume it's pretty great. I mean, hey, we get a day off, so what can I say? It's gonna be a whole parade, and it's gonna be a whole thing.
Do you
Whenever-
know the like exact date you get off? Like, could you point to
I-
it on a calendar?
I don't think they've actually decided yet. From what I hear, they're still talking about like setting things up, and eventually they'll get things organised.
Right. Okay. I mean, has this happened before recently? Like, has the king have any other children? I don't. I said I'm not really caught up on the whole.
No. Inerel's the only heir.
Oh.
There's no others.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I was just. Of course, and I mean, I don't know much about the king either, to be honest. Like, obviously, his job, his occupation is kinging, ruling, that sort of thing. But do you? I mean, I haven't heard any complaints about him at all. I assume he's a fantastic ruler and all, but like,
Yeah, King Asterius Silbella II.
yeah, that's the one.
She looks at you kind of like, you didn't know that, did you?
I'm gonna
Sorry,
look at her like I
what did she
absolutely
say?
did. I was just.
Hmm?
Also,
I
can we?
was looking through my backstory. What did she say?
She said King Asterius Silbella II.
Ah.
Asterius Silbella, there it is in the Roll20 chat for you, because I know you were going to ask.
That's my idea.
You did? I didn't hear you.
I did.
By the way, those names didn't ring a bell before, even when I got the letter. Like, Do they? I was assuming they do. But Yargon?
Those names. I thought you were speaking to the group. Those names were not were not written on the letter.
Oh yeah, the prince's name, but like
Yes.
king's name. Like I don't think they would ring a. They were like, Akane would recognize them really. Would
Oh
she?
no, they don't
Yeah.
spring to mind. You may have heard of that somewhere. Like I'm sure everybody's
Yeah.
heard of King George III. I don't fucking know who it was. This sort of thing.
Who
It's
was
like he existed. You may have heard of it, and it's only like now that you go like, oh, that's who that is. Sort of heard of it in passing, but nothing more than that.
Do I know? Do I or any of us know anything? Do we know what like race he is? How old he is? Do we have any sort of?
You've
That's
no
sort of
really idea, nah. None of you would.
I mean, if he's alive,
particularly
there's a big chance he isn't her dad anyway. So
yeah.
I mean, I didn't actually write it in my backstory,
What?
but I think her parents are presumed dead. Akane's parents.
I mean, you've got your backstory. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
don't-
write down that they were like that, so
You presumed
know.
dead. You didn't see them die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you don't know, you don't know.
That's why I was checking my backstory to see what I've written down.
Yes,
Like,
it's fine. I have a far more detailed version of your backstory here. You don't get to see. Um,
yeah.
covers all the nice juicy bits. We'll get there. Anyway,
Maybe if we ever get any fucking information out of this bitch.
whoa.
She's a bit real cagey. It's really annoying.
How is she? Okay.
Like asking basic questions that she, as a citizen, should know the answers to, and she's like, oh, no.
She just doesn't really. I know you've just been like, who is this person? She's like the king. What do you want to know?
Well, all the stuff.
Race, occupation, job.
She's
You said the thing we know the answer to twice somehow.
I know.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
nice.
Like, unknown, king.
I think
Hey,
it's
job
just
job
I think it's race
description.
just king as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What's the most important piece on a chessboard? King. Like, I don't. What do you want?
King, queen, king.
What sound does a bot make when you hit it?
King. Nice.
Okay, so. What, anything else you guys want to ask of her, or she kind of stands there a bit awkwardly?
Making NPCs stand in place awkwardly is kind of a specialty of this group.
Yep. It's a specialty of most D&D groups.
That's what happens. We chat to the NPC, and the NPC's like, I have a job to do. I'm like, no, we're the party. You do as we say.
I'm gonna seem like she's kind of standing weirdly after Pandal's been like, hey, tell me things. I'm just gonna buy another drink.
She'll sort of happily, yeah, she'll bring over whatever it is you order. What do you order? Conference,
what's the
Alebrand, or
Alebrand?
Lucky Brew? Alebrand was
The
one you had
5
last
silver
time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give her a 1 silver tip.
I was gonna
Okay.
say I was gonna tip her a gold just for her time.
Ah, sure. Do you do that? Or
You make it. You
Okay.
make it sound like she's a hooker.
no?
If it was for her body, then it should be a hooker. But I'm doing it for her time.
Sure.
She's on the
Aye.
If
clock.
it was for her body, you would be in jail.
Oh, so true. I'm 80.
Yeah.
Has that stopped any elderly person in a fantasy series ever?
No.
I mean, no.
Master
was married-
Roshi is
I
an
am married
archetype
for
at this
her.
point.
These two are half elves and they look about 16, so like, yeah, maybe don't.
Hey, that's not TM.
yeah. Hey, maybe don't. Anyway.
Hey, yeah.
Could we? I'm just gonna look around. There's like a couple of people around, right?
Yeah, there's a few.
Could we like go upstairs for a bit to talk about something?
I mean, Coghammer, I don't really should be so forward about it, but of course.
I mean, I don't know how you mean, but I'm already. Look over at Felix.
I'm just kind of watching this entire encounter with just like a rolling of my eyes.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
Oh, you do disappoint me sometimes. Let's go.
Just checking.
What even were you
Agrees.
talking about?
Oh, wouldn't you like to
Uh,
know? I'm just
Tom-
gonna just walk off towards the room.
Okay. So, you head on upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone following?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
oh god, I've accidentally made everything really loud, but I think that's just my end. So you make your way up to the room. Yeah.
So Pandal and Sauriv told me like the little book we found with the crystal rites. Did you guys already like
Yeah.
seen one happening? Like the green one?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
we
like
got-
extra powers. I got like to fire some sort of projectiles.
Wait, you can?
Yeah.
Wow.
Never seen you do that
Like
before. Why
the
didn't you do
thing
that?
those. Yeah, it's like the thing that construct also threw at me. Like I've used it a couple of times.
What you what? You fought a construct?
Oh yeah, they were like robots, and Akane almost died like an idiot. It was funny.
Why did you fight them?
Well, because I mean, there was a bit of a misunderstanding there in the middle.
Do,
Well,
do
like,
you have least
well,
some parts of it or
nonsense.
something?
I walked into it and it nearly killed me, so I don't like them.
I mean, not on me. We had some, but then we gave them to the university because Matthias was still like, "Oh, knowledge," and then
No.
pay us very much for them.
Nah.
yeah, we can
Yeah,
go. We know what they are. We can go get some more. I mean,
Well,
we also
to be
like
fair, from what
I
you
gave
don't
back
really
most
wanna-
of them.
I don't want to go back though. Like that construct is still alive.
I mean, yeah, it's got a pile of its dead friends as well, but like, you know, not gonna do much with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Maybe it's gonna repair them. You don't know.
Well, I didn't look. It had like spindly legs. I don't think it has like defined motor skills to repair a bunch of other constructs.
I don't know. I don't.
If it makes you feel any
Technology.
better, Coghammer, this is all new to me too.
Well, look,
Oh, Felix,
no,
Akane
whatever.
almost died. There you go. You
there's
caught
no
up.
point in
I
getting
caught the
angry about
Akane part dying.
Yeah, I've told him that already. Apparently
Oh,
he
that's-
he got something about Matthias screaming in his sleep. Like
stuff. It's,
saying
no,
something
no,
about it.
let's stop talking about constructs. Don't really want to hear more about it. So you guys murdered a bunch of them.
Murder.
So the right thing. I was wondering of trying it out.
Hey, we can, I guess. I got some of these red crystals still. I pulled them out of my bag, holding.
She has time.
Well, the red crystals are like a bit more risky. So since you guys only done the green ones, maybe.
I mean, do we
Just
have
the
enough
green
green ones?
Well, I don't
We
know.
don't have
I don't
enough
have
for
one.
all, right?
Got like enough for one person.
You've
yeah.
got one if you're lucky, maybe two. Or maybe slightly less powerful, whatever's for two people. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've got some. We could give it a shot, but like, I don't know.
I mean, what did they say could happen with those red crystals? Does the
Well,
book say
there was
something
mention
about it?
of just worse side effects.
I
Just
mean,
something I wanna-
I mean, we didn't really have any side effects from the green ones though, so I don't know what worse side effects could be.
I mean, I imagine
mean-
worse than nothing, which is a lot of things. Sort
Yeah,
of.
if you didn't have any side effects, it's maybe better to try the ones without any side effects.
Yeah, Felix, no side effects for the green crystals. God.
What?
Wait, when you say side effects, do you mean like... I just kind of look over to Pandal. So that's how you grew taller than 3 feet!
I've always been taller than 3 feet.
Pretty
I don't know what
sure.
you're talking
I'm
about.
pretty sure it was like the drugs he did after that.
Oh,
You don't know.
you should have seen Pandal when he was like 3 feet. I mean, Sauriv. Damn it.
Oh yeah, you missed out. Sauriv became like tiny. That was great fun.
Yeah, it was too
He's like
tall.
on
Sauriv grumbles
What happened?
from
What did you
his
guys
corner of mental incapacity that is his player not being here.
I can't imagine Tomchi grumbling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all can.
It's like a South Park flashback scene where it's like back
Yeah.
then, back then, just play a sound clip and then we're back.
Or like Family Guy flashback scene for that matter even.
Anyway,
I mean, if you think there's enough for two, I mean, I don't know.
you could
I'm
always
not
try and
super
mix them.
confident, so I don't really want.
Yeah.
Mixers don't tend to end well.
That's
I don't really want
drugs.
to like.
Usually drugs.
I mean, you know,
I don't want to like risk.
we could
I don't
also
know,
try the
killing
red ones.
Felix?
Like
So
the green ones didn't have any, so the red ones maybe not be that bad with side effects.
It might also be like, oh, both your legs are gone, your eyes have turned to fingers, and it's shuffled the rest of the functions of your face. It could be quite bad.
I think that would be that bad, right?
Yeah, but what if you have to speak out your ears?
Hmm.
I don't
pretty
think that's
bad.
possible.
Well, exactly, that's why it would be an issue.
I'm.
Uh, Yargon, I might need a refresher on something because my notes is a bit vague on it.
Okay.
Is the Rite of Red power, does that require the Rite of Green to be done beforehand?
It doesn't actually specify.
It's like with the way I've written my notes, it's kind of it seemed like it.
Yeah, it's kind of implied, but it's not specified.
Okay, if it's kind of implied, I'll
Send me what you have, your notes on them, if you can. Just copy them in. Can you just copy your notes into a DM? Send me them.
Oh geez, that's let's see.
Or just that bit, essentially. Just what you've got on the rights power.
Rite of...
I don't remember what you exactly do and don't have, but I should know this.
Yeah, they're like...
It's not very much, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. Thought so.
Yeah. I mean, if well, if somebody else wants to try it, but
I mean, I think you're the only one who can perform rituals.
I mean, I don't really want to like.
Maybe Felix. I don't know.
I don't really want
I
to
can
try
perform
it on.
rituals as well.
I don't really just want to do it on someone else in case it goes, I don't know, wrong.
I mean, last time we had to do it in a group.
Yeah, just do it on. If you want to do it on yourself, I'll give you the crystals and you can see what happens. And if something bad happens, then I'll laugh for a bit and then maybe be able to help. Apart
I
from the
mean,
fact
to
that
be
I'm-
fair, I think we can all agree that that is a very healthy attitude to have on things, except if it tends to result in us having severe damage.
I mean, the green ones should be fine either way, but yeah, the red ones, I'm not sure how they would go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with the red one since the last time I like smashed it was very much like a. I guess volatile would be a way of describing it.
I mean,
That's
you're not,
almost
Yeah, a
quite
little
nice.
bit.
you're not supposed to smash them.
I mean, it's a bit late for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Like, I think if you.
let's lock the door and see what we can do.
By the way, Yargon, correct me if I wouldn't know this, but I think if you smash them, it would like release like the energy uncontrollably. So that's maybe explains why it does weird stuff. Like does
Yeah,
the
that's-
same with the green.
But that is a very logical assumption to come to. Conclusion to come
Okay.
to.
Ah shit. Do I need to like go find chalk and candles?
Yes, I would say for you, actually, you probably would need to.
Yeah.
To get a few things.
Just like so it like mentions the whole
Oh.
chalk and candles and stuff.
Yeah. It's the sort of thing where Matthias would have been able to, because he did his wizard spells that way, but you do them differently, so yeah, you would need to.
You guys don't have to have what is it? I'm just gonna open the book.
Mhm.
Chalk and candles?
I have this bag of peanuts, but no.
Not on me.
Well,
Why, I presume you need them?
Well, according to the book, yeah. Like all these, I'm just gonna like open up on the diagram. See, it's like drawn and like doot, candle there, there, and there.
I mean, no, not on me. We could try and find one.
Well, I assume there would be a store around.
Can't be worth.
What time is it even? It's like everything closed.
Oh no, it's like 4 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Not going late night magic shopping.
Yeah, I'll. Should we like? Well, I guess we should see.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe
what's the-
you two can like do the green ones, and then maybe we can try the red ones. I'm not sure if people want that.
I
I think it's pretty relatively fine. Yeah.
Akane, how many drugs have you taken before?
Not really any, not much.
Yeah, I sort of figured that. So, have you ever spent 3 days mostly naked in a desert, while thinking that everything around you was tiny, tiny crabs trying to eat your legs?
No, have you?
Yes, it's not worth it.
Why did
Promise.
you just describe my backstory for my character in your game?
I know, right?
Oh my god.
I know where you get your inspiration, and it's me.
See, this is why I say no to drugs. I'd like to point out. I say as he finishes his story, little part there.
That's why I say no to drugs I think aren't worth it. So,
I mean, the green ones gave us power.
I mean, did
I
the
think-
were the crabs at least friendly?
they were trying to eat my fucking legs, Felix. I didn't just go, hey, crab friends, how are you doing? I thought every single grain of sand had malicious intent against these gangly motherfucking legs.
did you at least try to eat them back?
You know,
I
if you
didn't.
got
I
if
should
you
try.
got crabs, you should really try to get rid of them. It's quite unhygienic.
I mean, I left them in the desert. It's fine. Not an issue.
Yeah, they're probably dead. Wait, no, they weren't real crabs. Damn it.
I'm sure they're
I
fake.
mean, I don't know why they were trying to eat your legs. It's obvious that your
I
you know,
mean,
your
they were
face has
well,
more meat on it.
they were totally jealous of his height.
Meh.
I mean, they were like microscopic, so I suppose that makes technical sense. But
Oh, those kind of crabs. Yeah.
feeling
like
when the
the one
entire
that-
joke was a
Why am
sexual
I
innuendo,
doing this?
like Rick barely got it.
Yep.
I mean, I was talking about the crabs in that way already, but I didn't.
Never
The
mind.
joke about the crabs trying to eat your lower half was a joke about. Oh,
Ah, that's right. That's
Well,
right.
let's see if
Okay.
we can find some. I don't know. Would it be a magic
Oh.
shop or just a random general store? Anyone has some experience with this?
I don't know.
You would have some experience with this. Having done rituals before. Not many, but you'd have done some as your original job in Korea. Yeah, both might work. Depends. You know, if you go to a magic shop, you'd be guaranteed. General store may not. Depends kind of how magical the place is, and kind of what's around it. If it's a general store near a university, like in Korea, or near a wizard school, yeah, it probably will. If it's just a general store in the middle of, like, the Sea District that's, you know, surrounded by nothing but inns, probably not. Might just have some fork handles, but,
we're in the fire district, right? That's like
yes.
second best.
It's the
Yeah.
merchant area, mostly.
Yeah, I'll
can-
go look for a magic shop
Sure.
because there's probably some other things I might want to get.
A magic shop, you can probably find one within about 15 minutes.
If he's going to a magic shop, I'm coming with. And see if they got some cool stuff.
Sure, yeah, you can find a basic magic shop. It won't take long, about 15 minutes. You can find the Fizzle Spark.
Good name.
I'll walk in.
Sure. You walk in, there's a little bell on the door that doesn't ring. And there's a... what's the fucking word? Half-orc, that's the word. Behind the desk. Behind a desk that kind of looks kind of bored. It's something knows that. Oh, what Fizzle Spark Magic Emporium, how can I help you?
Hello. I was looking for some reagents.
Right. On the left.
I'll go left.
Do you guys have some stuff like Ring of Protection or something that can help me, like, make me more agile or like resistant? No, not resistant.
Resilient?
Resilient. Yes, I think that's resilience. wasn't the word I had in mind, but I think it works.
Just look like some kind of enchantress's shop to you.
I mean, I assume magic shop might us. Wait, magic shop? Am I literally thinking about the wrong kind of shop here? I'm confused.
No, you're thinking about the right kind of shop. You're absolutely
Oh,
thinking about the right kind of shop.
This guy's just being an asshole.
I mean, you should have stuff like that, right? I mean, this is a magic shop.
Is that a yes or a no?
What? Yes?
Good, you're not blind. He sort of sits on his... Oh, Jesus. Right, what in the name of the king do you want? Some kind of protectionary thing?
Yeah, like,
Got a cloak? What
what
makes
do you
you...
guys have?
Got a cloak?
Like ring...
Make you somewhat a bit, fucking retarded looking. You big, fluffy, whatever they are, but, might make you a bit harder to hit. Got a ring, maybe? Not very good. Bought it off some twat. The boss did.
What does that ring do?
Makes you a bit difficult to hit.
Huh.
I don't know.
Is it the ring of is it the ring of protection, Yargon?
It's a minor ring of protection, it's not as good.
You have like, I think I've heard Pandal like mention for ring of spell storing, stuff like that, or
No,
ring of major protection or something like that.
no, we ain't got nothing like that. Shit kinda gets bought out around here real fast. We want to put your name on a waiting list.
I mean, sure, can always try. Yeah.
What's your name? Pulls out a piece of paper from one of those racks that you're kind of familiar with.
Akane Peters.
Akane Peters, he sort of scribbles it down. What you looking for?
I ring of major protection or ring of spell storing. Those.
Right, yeah. You got an address?
Yeah, name it my address. Or
Kinda-
like, might be Matthias' address. I don't know what address you would use at this point.
Well, you have your address. What is your address?
I have it on the letter that's sent.
Mhm.
The letter that was sent to me was like, I think the house where I live with the students. So
Akane Peters, 137, 54th Row, Carriage 1, Goria.
there, yeah.
Excuse. Goria. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't take waiting orders, and he strikes the whole thing out. Don't take orders from those outside the city.
Oh, that's a shame. Is there anything good that you can that you have in stock right now?
Got a cloak. Pretty good.
What does it cloak do actually, Yargon?
You can't ask me.
Hmm?
You can't ask me.
Yargon's not there.
I'm not there.
Fucking. So what does it cloak do, like specifically?
Cloak makes you, I don't know, appear two places at once. Sort of a bit difficult. Like right on top of each other, a bit hard to hit. Kinda, I don't know, sort of step out of the way when people try and grab you and shit. Fuzzy, you know.
Is it a fancy looking cloak?
You haven't seen it?
Can I see that cloak?
Yeah.
It sounds interesting, I guess. Yeah.
He sort of sits up again. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm a mate. And he gets up, heads over to this kind of very small, actually, looking chest of drawers. He pulls it out. And you can see the chest of drawers, and he goes back about, like, 2 feet. He pulls it out. He just keeps pulling, and it just keeps coming, and he pulls it out about 10 feet. And reaches in and pulls out a small parcel, which he puts on top. He slides the chest of drawers shut. He starts unwrapping the parcel and then pulls out this cloak. It appears to be made of an animal hide. It is this sort of dark black fur, and it has a pair of long, I think the best way to describe them is tentacles, hanging off the back from about where the shoulder blades would be. A bit wider out, actually. Each of which end in this kind of suction cup looking thing that has a number of sharp spines across it. The whole thing appears like strangely fuzzy. It's kind of really difficult to focus on it.
Is it an item meant to be for Sauriv or Tumchi?
No, it's actually an item in the base game of D&D.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, tentacles. Sorry.
I know where you're going with this, but
Yeah.
Jerry knows what it is. Jerry's made one before.
I know what it is.
I don't.
So, yeah. Anyway.
It's called a tentacle cloak. It gives you +1 or +2 tentacles. Just there.
Yeah. Once per day you can turn into a squid.
It's really, really niche. Doesn't help you with protection at all.
He holds it up for you, guys. This is it.
The most attractive looking thing, I guess.
Well, I mean,
I can't really tell what it would do, right? Apart from what Eve told me.
not until you put it on.
So what does it cost?
This, he sort of looks a price tag on it. That's 250 gold, that is.
Oh crap, I don't even... No wait, I do. I was like, I don't even have that many. I have 1100 gold.
Fuck.
Yeah, but it's a 70 platinum.
Akane, he just hasn't been spending money.
I have...
Cloak, Jesus.
Not too
At
much.
someone,
Yeah,
for
but,
someone, I have spent like a couple of hundred gold here and there.
well, yeah, but like, not as much as the rest of these
like-
guys.
I
Yeah.
spent 1,000
I've
gold.
lent someone a couple of hundred gold. I'm not even sure how much. I'm not sure who I lent it to, but
Anyway,
yeah. Yeah. Such items need to be attuned, right?
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Can't really try it out, I guess. Sure, I'll take it, I guess. Yeah.
Cool.
I had them
Cool. Yeah, you
250. Yeah.
he'll take 250 gold and hands you the cloak. Thanks for doing business with Fizzle Spark Magical Emporium. Sits sort of slumps down behind his desk and
Hello,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, what can I do for you?
Do you have anything that? And I'm just gonna like with my finger tickle my head, which still makes a metallic sound. Anything that makes me smarter?
He kind of looks at you and goes, don't know if there's much help in that, but no, not really.
No.
It's not our forte.
Well then, I'm just gonna like, put some reagents on the counter.
Sure. He goes, yeah, those would be 10 gold pieces, please.
I assume you have some of the more expensive stuff. Well, not out in the open.
We've got a few. What you looking for?
I need about 250 gold worth of essence, incense.
He looks at you and goes, 200 and... Alright.
And well, also 4 ivory strips that are like about 50 gold each.
Strips of ivory.
Yes.
Might be able to do that. Sure. So it's up. Alright. I can do that for you. So what, you're looking at spending 460 gold then today?
I'm gonna grab a pouch and empty almost all of my platinum coins out of it.
Okay.
There's 4 coins left in the pouch. Yeah.
He looks over it. Is it, I assume, 46 platinum?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it is. Very well. And he takes it, just clips onto his belt. Right, those are yours if you come with me. And he'll take you off into the back. He goes inside. And he goes sort of down a just long, winding corridor. You see sort of bookshelves and... Not bookshelves, that's not the right word. God, what are they called? Like drawers, but drawers that are like floor to ceiling that go like way down either side. Not very big looking. Like maybe like a filing cabinet type deal. But like hundreds of them. And he leads you down. Eventually he'll pick out some of them and start putting some pieces out. And he'll pull out 4 ivory strips. He's sort of like, yeah, it's about right. Hands them to you, goes down. He'll eventually get to like some incense and he'll pull out bits from different places. And he'll eventually pull out 250 gold's worth of incense and hand that to you as well.
I'll take my little chest out and put it in there.
Okay, yeah. You take the chest out and put it in, and there you go. And he'll lead you back through to the front. He sort of slumps back down behind his desk and goes, "Thank you for doing business with Fizzlespot Magical Emporium. Hope you have a nice day."
I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that I might want. Probably not. Nope, I don't think so. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay.
And yeah, gonna head to the.
Okay, so you guys head back to the hotel and back up to the room, I assume?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Akane. Note down that you have a Displacer Beast cloak.
Uh-huh. Right, this was base gang, you said? Let's see if the companion has it.
Displacer Beast. Probably not in the compendium.
Cloak of
Cloak
displacement.
of
Yeah, it is.
displacement.
Is it? Is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the disadvantage on incoming attacks. And then if you get hit, it stops.
Yes, that's one. Yeah, okay. Does require attunement.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything. Yeah, I do. I have one thing attuned.
So, are we gonna are we gonna try this?
I mean, I guess you just went out and bought some chalk or whatever, so I don't see why not.
Well, I bought some other stuff, but doesn't really matter. Okay.
I mean, what other stuff did you buy? Akane has a new cloak.
Oh, just
Listen.
some junk.
It doesn't
used
really
in a
fit my
thing.
clothes though, but it might become. It might be like handy. Like looked at it, we've got all different size. Like, yeah, is it really?
Well, I spent most of my money, but doesn't really matter. Okay, let's do this. And I'm just gonna take out the chalk in the canvas.
Okay. So you
Open up the book and start like drawing what was the circle or something?
yeah,
Whatever
okay.
it was, the sigil.
A sigil. So you start drawing your arcane sigil and working on various parts of it. You start sort of chanting a few arcane words. How many crystals are you putting into it?
How many? Was there like a mention of how many you needed for it, or?
It's like 100 per person around.
Yeah, somewhere around 100 per person. Could be less, could be more.
I'll give you 136 crystals if you want 136 crystals.
You sneaky bastard.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Is that? Do we? I don't know how many we need. Okay.
Well,
You
last
get
when we did it, we used
some.
about 100. I don't know.
I mean, how many do we have? Is that all of them, or
Yeah, I have 136 in this bag.
do you want to just use up all of them?
I mean, no, I don't see why not.
I guess. Yeah, I'll put all of them down. I guess.
Sure.
Okay, you put all of them down. Are you just drawing the circle around just yourself? Are you drawing one around Felix as well? Around anyone else? Just you?
Yeah, who is participating in this?
I think just me.
I mean, I haven't had the green thing
Yeah, I
done to
think
the
you
green
or Felix should
crystals
do
done
it.
to Felix.
It
Yeah.
does say there's no negative effects for not putting it off in. You may use them and get no effect. You may use them and get a lesser effect. The more you put into one person, the more powerful it becomes. it will distribute them evenly. About 100 is roughly what the other guys use. That's sort of the standard, if there was such a thing.
Yeah, per person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. How many do we have of the red ones?
Of the red ones, quite a few more.
I've got like 10. 10 or less, the rest of them, I think.
I've got to look at my. I've got about 310 of the red ones.
So we have 320 total.
Do you think we could we just use those to make up for the green ones? If
I
we
mean,
like-
you're the one who read the book. I don't.
I think.
Yargon
yeah.
was there anything about that?
It didn't say you couldn't. It didn't say you could.
Didn't say you couldn't. That means don't try it, dipshit.
You can certainly try.
Oh dear.
What are you doing, Joe? Coghammer.
Yeah, it's I could like use less green and a bunch of reds.
You could.
That might kill me.
You could just go for red.
I mean, if we do the red, should we all do it? No.
I mean,
You're-
maybe not,
you're
because
the
if it's
master, I
like
guess.
if it's real bad, then all of us are like screwed over.
Okay, but here's the other thing. If it's split
I
equally,
mean-
maybe it'll be less bad if it splits between more people. I don't actually know
I
how
mean,
that
if we're
would
gonna
work.
do it,
well,
let's all go,
okay.
I guess.
No, what if I do like the normal one you've done on Felix, I
yeah,
guess?
Sure. I mean,
And then
do
I'll
the
use
green
the
one.
left,
Don't mess with the red ones.
and then I'll use the leftover ones for red
Not
on
yet.
me.
Sure. Okay. This is so bad.
I'll use like 100s. You can have like 36 greens left over.
Okay. I need you to
Hey,
make me an
Felix?
Arcana check.
Just go. Oh
Was-
fuck.
Yeah.
Just go sit there.
Okay.
Here we go.
Good luck.
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
give
not
him
too
bad.
inspiration.
That's.
Okay.
Oh, give you inspiration. What? How much is it?
That's a D10 now because I'm a good bard.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey.
Ooh.
Jesus.
So that is
25.
25.
25. Okay. So, Felix, you all watch as he sits there, as Coghammer sort of shuffles around him with his chalk, drawing furiously on the floor, scribbling out circles, looking back, his book in one hand, chalk in the other. Occasionally pulls out a candle, places it down, kind of smudges it into the floor so it sticks upright, and lights it with like a little, what appears to be just a little spark box. It just produces little sparks, and then lights the candle, and lights a candle here and one there. Puts down 3 candles, one either side of Felix. Sort of starts scribbling away on the sort of wooden floor in this chalk. And as he does so, Felix, you can see the sort of chalk circle beginning to very faintly glow, and glowing sort of green. And there's 3 empty circles, 3 with candles, 3 empty ones. And he starts placing down these crystals into each of these 3 circles. And in the end, takes a single last one, puts it in the middle, and steps back. Mutters a few words, and you see this sort of surge of power beginning to build up, this sort of crackling energy across the crystals that sort of leaps and sparks into this chalk
It's the
circle.
potentially unlimited power.
And as
By any chance?
this chalk circle begins to sort of pulse with energy, you see it beginning to create this almost mist that begins to kind of rise up from the chalk circle and curls towards you. And as it does so, it begins to, you all see it sort of begin to infuse into his flesh. Felix, you can feel energy, as if you've just, I don't even know how to describe it, it's just you have all the energy in the world right now. For a brief moment it feels like you could take on the world and win. And then it's gone. You're back to normal, and you look around. The circle has sort of faded out. The candles are still there burning. There's no more crystals, and everything is just how it was, how it is.
I'm
Did
gonna
it
poke.
work?
Are you alive? Poke.
Yeah, I'm alive. That felt amazing for a second there, but then nothing happened. You don't need to poke me.
Poke.
God damn it, Pandal.
I just wanted. I felt like I was missing out on something. Okay.
No, you're not missing out on anything by not poking me.
Let me
Come on,
let me try
guys.
something.
Only I could poke him.
I'll
Poke him,
start
like,
ritual.
kinda
I'll start ritual casting detect magic.
softly.
Okay. Yeah, so you sit there and sort of scroll on the floor for a moment, and after a few minutes, you look up at him. You see a magic disappearing. You can only see something if it's actually magic. It's blocked by literally anything. A sheet of paper will block detect magic. You see him, just the very faint traces of magic that just still beginning to just finish seeping into his skin, through him. He's still at the very, very tail end of being infused with magic.
Oh yeah, so it straight up looks like it's going inside of him, not like.
Yes, it
Just
appears
fading.
to have worked.
Well, it seems to be going inside of you. Is there a mirror in the room?
Yeah, there would be.
I'm gonna look in the mirror and then after like 5 seconds realize that's not how detect magic works.
Sure. You look in the mirror.
Just look
you're
at
like,
myself
oh, that doesn't work.
and then look at the other people in the room to see if there's like.
Just Felix.
Should we? I guess we're gonna try the other one.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds really great.
So we have 36 green ones. Whew.
Oh,
Do I have a clue of how many red ones
I should mention, actually, I forgot to say, you rolled a 25. You only used 80
Yes.
crystals of the green ones. There are 20
Ooh.
still left over,
Ooh, so 56.
just sort of around.
Would I? Yeah, I assume I wouldn't have a clue about how many like red ones I would want to add to it.
To,
To the green ones to like do something similar, I guess.
you wouldn't know. The right red power suggests using a similar amount of 100.
Oh.
The right blue power, a little different. The right red power does suggest using about 100.
Oh. How many red do we have?
310 plus Akane's 10, so that's 320.
Well, if we had like 50, that's like 100 crystals.
I mean, that yeah, it adds up. I don't know if that's gonna. You know, we'll just see what happens. We'll put another 50 in of the red crystals, and then we'll see how it goes.
I mean, yeah, that's why I did the well, somewhat safe one on Felix. Because we know, well, you guys apparently had it already, so that's okay. I'm just gonna start drawing.
Oh, exactly 50 red crystals.
Okay.
I'll
So,
put the 56 green ones in there.
56 green ones and 50 red crystals.
Yes.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Oh,
Good luck
balls.
again.
Hold on, I don't have any spells to assist him with this, do I?
hmm,
Don't think
You
I have
have
any
Bless or Guidance.
abilities or anything.
Oh yeah, Huntsville. Which I
No.
don't have.
oh no. Oh my. Oh. Damn, that was a crit on the first one. Damn it.
So you have a
Still in the
D10,
wall.
roll your.
Hey,
Oh.
hey! If I use luck, I can't just use the crit, right?
No. You have to roll again.
Have a D10. Use your D10. What? It's a
25.
7 on your D10.
So that is
25.
25.
25 again. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good.
Close
So,
Was that the DC perchance?
this isn't a DC, this is to see how many you use.
Oh, okay. And how
Generally,
did I-
well, it's to see how well the ritual goes, I suppose. The better it goes, the less you use. You fuck this up, you fuck up the ritual and bad things happen. You didn't.
Yay.
You rolled a 25. You good
Oh,
for now.
parts.
Yes.
For now.
In a week's time, you're gonna have some Fallout radiation shit. But for now,
So,
Yeah.
which rite are you performing? The rite of red power or the rite of green power? With
Oh, for
this
fuck's
mix.
Yeah, it's like a mix, so I don't know.
Which one are you doing? They're different
so
rituals,
half the
different
chalk
chants.
circles.
Which are you doing?
Oh Jesus.
Completely different circles for each one. So, you do have to choose.
Let's just go with the fucking red one.
You do the rite of red power, but you're using green crystals instead
We could.
of half.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Green power.
Yeah,
The green one.
do the red one with just the red
Green
one, so we can
Fuck.
ensure.
So you're doing the green one with half red, half green, or the red one with half red, half green.
The green one. Yeah. I
Okay.
think it's already big enough of a risk to.
Yes,
Nice.
Ziggy, we're
So-
doing the green one with Albert, please.
You watch as Coghammer sits down and starts drawing again. A similar circle, in fact the same arcane circle. Places down his candles once again, piles up his gems, his strange crystals in their mismatch of green and red colours.
I'm gonna
Crackling,
pull out my flute and start playing a funeral
It
song.
feels like.
It's actually one or something.
crackling with
Oh
this
my
sort of
God.
red and green lightning-like energy that sparks between the crystals. You see it pulse unsteadily, unevenly. Doof, 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 as this chalk circle begins to pulse with this arcane energy. You see it crackling, almost as if a lightning bolt is running up the side, running along the side even every now and then. And as you come to the end of the ritual, you see this sort of amalgamation of this green and this red kind of smoke fume-like essence appearing from both piles, as both piles of crystals are entirely consumed by the spell. The essence immediately begins to swirl around you. The red mist swirling one way, clockwise, and the green mist swirling counterclockwise the other way. The two sort of mixing and twirling, causing an almost twister-like effect. And as they do so, they begin to sort of just pass through you as if you weren't even there. But they don't emerge from the other side as this energy is sort of poured into you. You feel both alive and dead, like you have all the energy in the world, and none at all at the same time. It's a strange mix of feelings that's almost impossible to describe. And then, slowly, it fades. For but a second. Before returning, stronger than ever. This strange feeling of being able to do anything, barely being able to move. You attempt to move, you find yourself locked in place, just your muscles won't listen to you. You can't command your own body. And for a moment you begin to droop, begin to almost fall over, before your energy returns to yourself. And you sit bolt upright. You all watch him as he kind of begins to slump and then suddenly sits upright, overcorrecting. And that's where we're going to take a break.
That's
Fuck!
nah.
Coghammer's fucking dead.
That's some tune.
We'll be back in a bit. Catch you in the next part.